Okay, good afternoon everybody. I'm Bob Dowling with the Treasure Island Historical Society, and today we're interviewing John Shumaker, a longtime friend long ago when he was a young man in Bovacega High School, I think. And John, welcome back to the island. You live out in California now. How about telling us how you got to Treasure Island when you were a little guy?
We moved out here in '69 from California.
Oh, okay.
And the family just transitioned down here, so my family followed. And that's how we ended up here.
Excellent, excellent. Well, and then how old were you when what school did you start out here?
I started out in Azalea Junior High.
Right, okay.
And went there, and then went to Bovacega. And that's it. We worked for Frank at Suncoast Boat Rentals for years.
Treasure Island.
Treasure Island.
Yeah, and you lived in Treasure Island off the causeway. Treasure
Yeah,
Island.
we lived on Yakov Estates.
Okay.
And it was a great place to live when you're small. You know, of course, Treasure Island wasn't as big as it is now, but it was a great place.
Well, you had a mutual friend, and both you boys worked for me. Captain Doug Hemmer passed away recently,
Yeah.
and you guys grew up together. And that's what brought John here this week. They're having a memorial service for Captain Doug. And we miss him. We're going to be there tomorrow night. But maybe you can tell some tales of you and Doug growing up together out on the water and stuff, and working, playing on Treasure Island.
Well, we worked for you, for one, and we both worked for Frank at Suncoast Boat Rentals. We did a lot of crazy stuff, you know. One of the funniest things is we went out water skiing in the Gulf, and this is when streaking was big. So we were streaking water skiing down the beach, and right by Municipal Beach, and we saw this guy out in the water going like this, and we go, man, we're gonna spray that guy. And we got up to him, and it was Doug's dad.
Uh-oh.
And he goes, you guys are out of the boat, you're walking home, I'm taking the boat.
Caught.
Yeah. So, yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
It was Suncoast Car Rentals and Suncoast Boat Rentals.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Between Howard Johnson's and the
Well, when I first went to work for Frank, I was a pretty small guy, and I couldn't pull the lift around. And
It had
then
a big Navy lift, like a big
yeah,
office
and
carrier.
so I rigged up some way with a rope to swing that thing around, and he kept me on, and it was great. You know, I loved being around boats, and met this guy, and it was fun. And there was when we moved Suncoast to Boynes Pass, it was pretty neat. It was the same setup and everything, but there used to be this monkey that some guy lived next door used to have.
Half a Hundy Bill.
Yeah, half a Hundy Bill, and it used to go up in the rafters in Suncoast Boat Rental Shop, and you had to be real careful with your lunch because it'd be gone. If you got a call out on the boat dock, you come back, your lunch was gone.
The monkey got
The
the
monkey got it.
That's funny.
Yeah.
There was a bunch of palm trees right there
Yeah.
between the Bill's business.
Yeah.
Now, what year would have this been?
I don't know.
75.
Yeah.
Well, we had a commercial laundry.
Yeah.
And what was your job?
I would deliver laundry to the Surf and Sands
Hotels.
motels. It couldn't be before 11 p.m. and it was 7 days a week. And it was well, when you're going to school, it was kind of a pain in the ass. So every once in a while, you know, me and Doug would screw up, and Bob would fire us, and then he'd hire us back next week. So it was a pretty good deal. Well,
Dances, food,
well,
whatever.
we went out to, well, we snuck into the drive-in at Pasadena.
Skyview.
Yeah, we snuck under the fence, and we get on the back row and get those speakers, and we just sit out there and watch the movie. and let's see, what else did we do? We took a lot of journeys in our boats. We had little John boats, and I had a little sailboat. And when, I forget when Hurricane Camille came through, me and Doug decided, you know, we were about 13. We decided we were going to take my little sailboat out on during Hurricane Camille. Well, the houses all blocked most of the wind, and then as soon as we got out beyond the point, I mean, that little boat just went poof, and we ended up swimming and dragging the boat to shore. But yeah, me and Doug go fishing a lot, and diving, and go out to Edmont Key.
Tell us about your diving experience.
We dove a lot out at Edmont, and we dove on that submarine that nobody says existed. But I was working as a busboy at the King's Inn, and
That was on Treasure Island.
Yeah.
Was
Yeah,
was that where Lenny D played or something?
Jojo and the Bodyguard.
JoJo and the Bodyguards. Okay.
And
That used to be the Ford Walker place.
yeah, and some other busboy was working there, and we got talking one night, and he goes, yeah, we dove on the submarine. I'm like, God, I've heard about this thing. I'd love to see it. And we went out like a couple weeks later with his parents, and looked like a submarine to me. It was pretty damn big, about 300 feet long,
Wow.
and it was about 50 feet of water, and the bow was like low tide, about 20 feet below the surface. It was really cool.
Do you recall telling me that there was a hole in it in the stern?
Yeah, there was a hole in
Describe
it.
that for us, would you?
Yeah, it was big enough you could have driven a bus through it. It was pretty big.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I remember is, 20 miles southeast in Key Buoy.
Southwest.
Southwest
Yeah.
in Key Buoy. And, roughly 50 feet of water.
And it's still out there today, isn't it?
I don't know. I haven't been out there for 45 years. Yeah.
Well, if it's out there, it's a well-kept secret by the fishermen.
And, so many people have said it doesn't exist.
They say it floats. It's a phantom. As the storm's moving around
Yeah.
or something like that.
Well, with the bow like that, I would be inclined to believe that those compartments are still.
Still full of air.
Yeah.
So it was the bow was kind of off the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the stern was not so far in the mud that you couldn't see the hole. So it's
Yeah.
not might be kind of buoyant.
You could see the propellers.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. So.
We've had other people, talk about it. So, I mean, it's been identified. Yeah.
The day you find it, the
Yeah.
day I'm coming back.
Okay.
Well, we actually had somebody talk about that they found a St. Pete Times and a loaf of bread from some local bakery. They were apparently in and out of this area.
Yeah.
I can't remember who that was, but
Where'd they find the paper? You mean their Germans were here?
yeah, the Germans were here and like spying or something.
Oh, okay.
And in a Web City thing, something from Web City. I'll have to dig those tapes up.
Yeah, that would be good.
God,
Yeah.
that's something I haven't heard in a while, Web City.
Did you go to Web City?
Oh, hell yeah.
Did you see the mermaids and the chickens?
You know, hell yeah. God. Wow.
You remember the Cock and Bull over at the Garden Drive-In Theater?
Yes.
And you go in the Garden Drive-In Theater and you see the gal shaking in the window at the Cock and Bull Lounge on the way in.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
That was pretty exciting. I never got in there, but I could get everybody to see the girl up in the window.
Treasure Island was a great place to grow up.
Well, John, we appreciate you coming out today, and we'll go say farewell to Captain Doug Hemmer
Absolutely.
tomorrow. We loved him. He's a great guy, one of the most incredible guides around here.
Yeah.
I think he's made over 67 movies, fishing films.
Yeah.
And, was on television all the time.
Yeah.
And too bad he can't be here to join us in this interview. But,
I guarantee they would have been really interesting.
can you tell one more story about him, you think, or no?
Oh yeah. Well, me and
Before you go.
I was out in California. It was, you know, like
Later.
yeah, maybe 14 years ago. And I had to come down here for business with another friend of mine, and I go, well, let's stay on Treasure Island. And so we went up to Doug's house, and you know, he was kind of a crazy guy, and he goes, hey, you want to see some fishing movies? So yeah, sure, we'd like to see some fishing movies. So he's showing us some movies, and just for this split second, this porno flick would come on, and we're like, what the hell is that? And it would do it again, and Jesus, what the hell's going on? And Doug was over there just laughing his ass off, and he goes, well, that's what I do when I bring the girls over here, subliminal messages.
Well, again, thank you so much, and we'll wind up with that one. We'll make sure you get to see this when it gets done.
We hope you enjoyed the history and the tales of Treasure Island. There's more to come. We have over 57 hours of the tales of Treasure Island. So as soon as we can get them to you, we will. Thanks for watching Tales of Treasure Island.